Okay, now let's proceed to our lesson 2, which is the event marketing and promotion, and it is under our module 2. And our learning outcomes for this lesson is, by the end daw of our module, you should be able to elucidate the marketing strategies and platforms for the event promotion and develop a successful event promotion campaign. So first and foremost is ato sang isa-isahon ang mga definition aning event marketing and event promotion. So what is event marketing? So si event marketing di ay is the advertising of a specific brand. So sa iyang product or services for a wider event. So it is syempre part of the event. So for example, according to Cloud Team 2022, a brand's representatives might attend an expo or trade expo or conference to promote themselves directly to the public and talk them through certain products or services. So ni-attend sila not just to attend, audience lang or guest lang, but they brought their product with them just to kanang expose it in the public, and syempre to have a certain engagement with all the participants there sa event. Second one, we also have the event promotion, which is the process of marketing an event to the potential attendees. So if you are familiar with kanaganing na yung duo sa inyo yung katag flyers, so that is their way of promoting na naa sila yung mga events na maabot and so on. So other than that, sa mga attendees, they would also like to promote it to the sponsors and stakeholders in an effort to boost the attendance and achieve their event goals. And this event promotion requires formulating specific strategies and tactics that will generate awareness and interest in the event to entice the specific target audience. So by the use of social media, syempre, dali ra jud mag-spread ko information. Then this includes utilizing various channels such as social media, that's what I said. Then email marketing, webinars, and more to reach and engage with your audience. And to be truly effective, event promotion requires understanding your target audience, including their needs, their preferences, and pain points, and the key benefits that they'll receive because of your event. So some will technically conduct a survey questions just to cater entirely the event properly in regards to the needs, preferences, and pain points of all of their attendees. So that is by accordance to Salvatore to 2023. So let's proceed. So we have pala the event marketing strategies. So this is a powerful strategy for promoting your brand, your products or services through the live events or experiences. So whether it's a trade show, a conference, a product launch, or a community event, so effective event marketing can help you engage with your target audience and create memorable experiences. Sa tabuan karon, di ba? Dapat na mo mag-market sa inyong mga products para mas daghan o mopalit sa inyo ha. So here are some event marketing strategies that we must need to consider as an event planner or manager or an organizer. So first one is we need to set clear objectives by using the SMART goals. So if you're not familiar with these SMART goals, it is to be more specific, to be measurable, to be attainable, to be realistic, and to be time bound. Na siya'y time limit. Then it can lead to brand awareness, and for your product promotion. No, it does not lead to brand awareness, but it helps to lead brand awareness and your product promotion. Then second one is you have to identify your specific target audience. So you must understand their backgrounds, their demographics, their interests, and their pain points. So sometimes na ay mga event organizers na magpadalag email for your confirmation, but aside from fill in your names, age, date, address, and so on, na dito yung mga specific survey questions lang, ginagmay lang just to identify na are you knowledgeable about that topic, or asa ka nakakitaan na event, sa common friend ba, sa shared post sa Facebook ba, office memo ba, and so on. And then you'll be asked na ay mga specific questions about that event, or sa mga specific laraan na needs and wants, and mga dili prefer kana kuan gyapon na nila na questions na provide. Then third one is the event concept and theme. So this is very mo jud ni ang I think the heart of the event, kay dapat naa jud siya concept and theme. So the event manager must develop a unique concept or theme for your event that aligns with your brand and resonates with your audience. So if your brand is more on environmentally friendly, so all the things in the event must be eco-friendly, sustainable, biodegradable, and so on. So fourth one is the budget planning. So the event manager must create a detailed, or the event marketer rather, must create a detailed budget that covers all aspects of the event, including the venue expenses, the marketing expenses, the staffing expenses, and the logistics expenses. Lahi naman day ang topic nato karon kay about sa event marketing naman day, not the entire event, but the marketing itself. Sorry for libog-libog. Okay, second to the last pa day is the event promotion. So we have to utilize, the event marketer must utilize various marketing channels to promote your event, including the social media marketing. So the event marketer must create event pages, use relevant hashtags, and share engaging contents. Next is the email marketing. So he or she must send out invitations, reminders, and updates to your mailing list para di makalimot ang mga attendees, participants, sponsors, and or stakeholders. Then ang content marketing. So dapat ka i-hire para mag-create of blog posts, videos, or infographics which is related to your event. And paid advertising. So run targeted ads on social media platforms and search engines. Sa mga dinagko na dyan siguro kayo ng event. Then partner marketing. So collaborate with industry influencers or complementary businesses for co-promotion. So ang mga sikat na mga influencers karon, or mga artista, or mga sikat na mga businesses. And next is leverage influencers. So collaborate with industry influencers or thought leaders to endorse or participate in your event. So you must highly recognize them during the event, kay para nindot pod ang kanang outcome sa atong event, kay daghan og mga reliable sources or individuals, or mga highly ganing ginakuan jud, ginatan-aw ng mga individuals, especially kanang mga business owners, kanang mga small business owners, and mga dagko na mga CEO and that brand, and so on. So these influencers have many loyal and engaged followers that businesses can tap into to build credibility, resulting in many conversions that drive sales. So other good influencers are also business owners. So you can leverage on that. We also have early bird tickets and discounts. So encouraging ni siya para sa mga nagsayo kay na mga prices or maka-discount sila sa mga events. So early bird discount or staggered event pricing is simply offering a discounted rate to those who purchase their tickets early. On the time limit varies from event to event and largely depends on the purchasing trend you are trying to combat. In short, it offers special incentives like early bird tickets or discounts. Okay. Ako ang example kay ganiha kay kana kining inig mo attend sa event kay namang ko'y kasagaran maghatag og mga prices sa mga first attendees. But ang pasabot ay diri is kung for example sa mga tickets is kanang for example sa mga kanang grand events is kung kinsa tong one of the 10 di ba na mga nana one of the 20 or 50 na mga maka-purchase dayon sa ticket kay discounted siya. So muna ang ilang mga pakulo para lang jud daghan og maengganyo sa ilang event. Then the 8th strategy is engaging content. So plan an engaging and informative sessions, workshops, or activities that provide value para sa mga attendees. So it is not like a classroom setup jud. Dapat isa jud siya ka kanang interactive jud na tanan willing mag-participate, tanan nag-enjoy sa ilang pag-adto ana na event. So other measures na need na buhaton is video is a very effective way to engage your audience because videos are more visually appealing than text and more engaging because they can tell a story or show something happening. But kasagaran kung mga idara na ang ato ang participants dili na kay na sila makakuan sa video kay mga tulog ra na sila. Dapat jud palihok-lihokon jud na nimo sila. So naa jud na sa inyo ha. And kasagaran naka-remember ko sa graduation. I know dili day sa graduation wala day MC sa katong Antrap Day nato, diba? Si VJ kay grabe jud ang iyang pag-hype sa mga people. So siya na ang event, dili na ang ato ang mga kuan nag-participate ana na day. Siya na ang nahimong main event that time. So gi-give jud niya iyang energy para lang jud ma-engage ang all sa Antrap Day. Okay, then ika-9 is ang interactive elements. So the basic idea is that interactive elements transform users from passive to active participants. So further event managers should incorporate interactive elements like Q&A sessions. Siguro kanang dili sila ma-pressure na mga Q&A kay namagot mi ka nang sa mga trainings and seminars na mo kay grabe kay maka-pressure ang ilang mga Q&A kay syempre i-relate po nila sa ano no. So how formal the event is, well kung kanang dili kay siya mga informal or kuan di kay siya need og mga witty na mga answers kana mga engaging lang jud na para mag kuan sila. So by this Q&A na questions kanang mga katawanan lang good ana and you will give them prizes just to bring back the interactive or engaging part of the session para sa ilaha and di sila katugon during the event. So we can have live polls kanang using QR codes to scan heart emojis kanang mga rak kung unsa imong gina-feel unsa na imong what are your thoughts iba na yung mga na ano ko na sa DNSC na seminars na ipainana sila. Then contests And kana ganing mga unexpected na contest na ay kaila naaday ni sayang kay wala ko ka ready, di ba, na yung mga inaanak na mga event. And ang uban nasortihan lang jud, so nakapapremyo pa sila, ay nakakuha pa sila premyo pag uli. And also networking opportunities to keep the attendees engaged. The 10th strategy is to sponsorship opportunities. So partner with relevant na sponsors or exhibitors to offset costs and expand your event's reach. Imagine you're organizing a technology conference, so you reach out to tech companies to sponsor the event. So in return for their support, they may have their logos displayed on event materials, get speaking opportunities, or have a dedicated booth to showcase their products and services as well. So dapat na jud tay something in return sa mga nag-sponsor sa atong event. Then event app or website. So create a dedicated event app or website where attendees can access schedules, speaker information, and updates. So the benefits of having an event app are numerous and include increased engagement, professional experience, networking opportunities, live event check-in, data, and analytics. So this siguro sa Philippines is just kanang optional, kay mahal man ang maghimo og data and website just for a specific event na ikandak lang for 1 day or 3 days or 5 days. Mabiyaan gihapon na nimong application, but it is a considerable na marketing strategy. Then we have event branding. So branding includes the name, the logo, the font, the color, or other identifiable features you can link to your event to help keep it foremost in their mind and make it instantly recognizable. So other than this, the name of the event and so on, dapat i-include po ang date, the address, and mga sponsors, and unsa pa dara. It also ensures consistent branding across all event materials from signage and banners to promotional materials and swag. So dapat consistent ang kanang gipamutang nimo dira sa imong tarpaulins or LED walls or so on, kay para dali ra ma-recognize or mas ma-remember pa sa mga imuhang target na attendees or participants. So companies like Coca-Cola, Apple, and Starbucks have product branding that is so recognizable that we take it as a normal part of our environment. So buratag nag-product packaging ani no. We also have data collection. So collect the attendee data for future marketing efforts and gauge the success of your event. So we can also call them later, no after. If naana pud tay mga future events na mahitabo. Then post-event management. So continue engaging with the attendees after the event through follow-up emails, surveys, and social media. So in 2015, we also have measure and analyze. So use key performance indicators or KPIs to measure the success of your event, such as attendance numbers, kung pila sila tanan nag-attend, lead generation, the social media engagement data, and the ROI. So popular event KPIs include the attendance or registration from day of, the number of sales leads generated, then the ROI or the return on investment, whether the event made or lost money, and kung pila pod ang ilahang na income or na lost, then NPS or the Net Promoter Score, measure of consumer loyalty. So next na po tayo feedback and improvement. So It is really relevant to gather feedback from the attendees and stakeholders to identify areas for improvement and make necessary adjustments for future needs. So, dili lang no sa mga products and services ta magkuha og mga feedback, but also in this kind of situation as well, especially sa mga natin na nato na trainings and seminars, di ba naman na sila yung mga feedback after. Then we also have sustainability and consider environmentally friendly practices in event planning and promotion to align with the sustainability goals and attract eco-conscious na mga attendees. And we also have legal and compliance. So we must ensure compliance with all the legal and regulatory requirements, which includes the permits and licenses with that event. So naaman goy, for example na lang, dili ni siya event, pero kung magpa-discount ta or natay mga promos sa ato ang products, need jud ta og permit ana sa or DTI permit number. Mura na akong naibalaan sa ako ang previous na encounter. Just like the event, they also need this legal permits and license to conduct this, especially sa mga major events. We are down with the 2 strategies, which is the crisis management plan. So we must develop a plan to address unforeseen na challenges or crises that may arise during the event. So dapat na dyan mga continuity plan, backup plan, and so on. Then the post-event reporting. So create a comprehensive post-event report to evaluate the event's success and share insights with your team and stakeholders. So a successful event marketing involves careful planning, careful execution, and continuous improvement. So by focusing on your audience needs and delivering a valuable and memorable na experience, you can maximize the impact of your event marketing efforts. And identifying the success of an event promotion campaign can also vary depending on your goals and the specific metrics you set to measure success. It's important to define success criteria and key performance indicators before launching your event promotion campaign. So you must regularly track and analyze these metrics at different stages of the promotion process and after the event to assess the overall effectiveness of your campaign. And remember that all the successful event promotion is not just about the number of attendees, but also about the quality and the experiences and the impact overarching business objectives. Overarching. Okay, dapat i-consider dyan ninyo ang interaction sa inyong mga attendees, and naman kayo usahay na perfectionist kay ta, yes, na-execute tanan perfectly, but did our attendees or participants enjoy the program, enjoy the event? Diba na yung mga tendencies na inana, then naapoy mga unexpected occurrences na good opportunity in the future. So yeah, we have to leverage on that siguro kanang mga, especially sa feedback sa ato ang attendees, we have to leverage on that because they also have their own perspective sa event and unsa pa ang mas makatabang para sa ato ang successful event na pod in the future. Then kaning post-event reporting man good, pwede po din ninyo siya ma-studyhan in the future. Mura siya kanang research na lang pod sa mga outcomes na naging event during sa event ninyo, sa mga event na nahitabo or sa inyong gi-conduct siya. Okay, that will be all for the module 2 lesson 3. So let's now proceed to the lesson 3 of this module, the event logistics and operations. So at the end of this lesson, the student shall be able to I explain the concept, the components of the event's logistics, and the logistical issues every event manager should plan for. Then create an event operations plan. So the event logistics means the planning and management of technical and logistical support services to ensure the seamless execution of an event. So these services cover both tangible and intangible aspects such as event swag, the event's merchandise, the event's venue, the event's transportation, the event's registration platform, and so on. That is by accordance to Paris 2022. So planning an event requires you to stay on top of a lot of things. So you'll need to create an event, build a team, onboard vendors, and coordinate with them for deliverable. So generally, event logistics include the following elements. Number one is the venue selection and management. So just like what I said, balik na jud, if we canvas venue, dapat naa jud dito tanan ang ato ang need. And dapat pod affordable lang pod siya kay para dili pod ta ma-financially constrained later on. So, why does choosing a venue important? Because it helps to consider factors like when choosing a venue, dapat we need to consider factors like location, security, capacity, estimated attendance, indoor or outdoor space, budget, and so on. So I think na input na dyan na sa tong mind no na dapat ana dyan na nga to ang pag-select sa venue. Dili lang siya nindot but also relevant siya pati ang location para sa atong attendees. Then we have catering and food service. So this includes planning meals, planning the beverages and food allowances, and shortlisting vendors to provide these services. So in actual, mag-canvas man jud ta, di man jud ta magpinataka og kanang pili lang kung say gusto nato na caterer no. Dapat iagi jud sa procedure na i-canvas jud nato siya. Kay para makita jud nato ang greater option, not just sa kung kinsa lang ang mas lami sa ilaha magluto or kung kinsa lang ang mas lower price sa ilaha. So dapat we must consider a lot of things na kung maka-provide ba sila og inani na breakfast, inani na options or menu sa atong lunch, maka-provide ba sila inani na snacks and meals, and it really kung unsa jud ang atong need, dili kay kung unsa ang available sa caterer. Dapat i-cater jud nila ang ato ang need. Okay? Then the transportation and accommodation. So any mode of transport that takes back and forth attendees, speakers, and sponsors to and from the event venue and accommodations and vice versa. So this includes interstate and international travel on buses or flights, and inner city commutes such as shuttle cabs that take attendees from a hotel or parking structure to the venue. So in reality, I guess ako nagian during my national government agency na employment kuan magdahigapon ko ron. Pero ang admin ako na employment last time is dili na dyan na maka-provide og transportation ang isa ka government agency, especially si DepEd, kay bila lang man ang na-issue sa ilahan na kung vehicle para lang man sa mga supervisors nila or mga directors. So kami matagaan mi og traveling expenses if we kanang nagsakay ba mi sa van, sa bus, or sa tricycles, matagaan mi og reimbursement ana. Or sa planes, especially katong nagpa-Cebu mi for a big conference. Then ang ilaha lang jud ma-provide is ang accommodation. So kami na bahala noon mangita kung asa mi ay dili po din sila maka-provide, no, depende lang jud sa event. So katong man gud sa ako is kami lang nangita og accommodation na duol ra sa event na venue. So mo to gi-reimburse gihapon mi sa DepEd. But naay kasagaran na ang DepEd is nagka-provide jud sila og kanang accommodation, especially kanang sa ilahan ng mga principals, kanang ang attendees na kay kanang gani mga supervisors na tanan kana jud kay mag-appeal na jud na sila og accommodation sa ilang venue. So that's why ginapili nila ang kanang mga hotels, kanang mga hotels na naanay mga dako na venue para sa ilang seminars, and daghan og rooms na accommodate jud tanan ilang mga supervisors. Then we also have merchandise. So merchandising is a crucial part of the event experience. So event collaterals, swag bags, giveaways, contests, and so on fall under the merchandise. So if ever na ay patoken, di ba kasagaran sa mga dinagko jud na mga events kay naman na sila ipanghatag na notebooks. Kana ganing sa trade shows lang na sila ipanghatag na notebook with pen and something sa pa mga sustainable nila na mga merchandise and so on. Then lastly, we have equipment and technology. So this includes hardware and software, tools, speakers, and attendees required for an optimal event experience. So we have projectors, laptops, mics, screens, video equipments, clickers sa mga speakers, and a stage come under this category. So if the venue has no stage, so dapat kuan pud ikaw mismo na event manager, you must plan an venue na lang pud na maka-provide og stage para sa inyuhang kuan event. And sometimes po lahi po na nagasto ang stage kay di man po na siya inclusive, di man po tanan ma-inclusive anang sa venue no na mag-provide para sila og stage. Okay, sa mga perfectionist dira, so in reality dili jud nato ma-perfect ang atong event, no, kay naa jud na yung mga technicalities or naa jud na yung mga issues beyond our control na mahitabo, pero makaprevent taan na. And how to prevent that is dapat naatay plano when it comes to na kanang mahitabo jud na siya na problems during our event. So natay 5 logistical issues that every event manager should plan for. So in the absence of a technical know-how, dapat all siguro or not all na ay team of technicians na makabalo sa trabaho sa isa na nag-absent, di ba? Dapat kakuan ang ato ang event, dapat na ay mga backup. And a man who works also in tech support to help with the event logistics, he or she must manage in virtual and hybrid na events. So through these na platforms can be a challenge since there's a lot to be taken care of. So naglibog siya kay mag-handle pa siya sa kanang kuan virtual, mag-handle pa siya sa face-to-face na event. So we have to train the speakers on how to use our platform and facilitate networking and resolving audience queries, and engaging attendees during such sessions will get hectic for them. So furthermore, unexpected issues with the internet or platform will worsen the attendees' experience. So So the changing dynamics of events make it essential to create a dedicated technical team just to focusly manage the virtual events, and lahi po ang technical team para sa hybrid na event or para sa face-to-face na event. So create training content so that everyone gets acquired with the platform before the event, and test all the platform thoroughly a few times so that your team gets hands-on experience with the tool and troubleshooting. Kung saan nila pag-troubleshoot, kay dapat know-how ba tanan kanang nagka-troubleshoot ang internet. So dapat tanan ta kabalo ta unsa ang mga measures na atong buhaton para mobalik ang internet, and or nag-trouble ang atong platform na ginagamit, dapat kabalo pud ka unsa atong backup na himuon. The next one, logistical issues, is exceeding the approved budget. But I hope no na in reality dili ni siya mahitabo kay nakaano na gud ta event budget, di ba? Unsa day purpose ato kung mag-exceed pa ang approved nimo na budget? Pero naman ko yung mga unexpected po na mga mahitabo. For example, nadugangan natin mga attendees kana magpadungag with the cater or nahutdan dayon og food. Unsa na lang pagkaon sa mga attendees na katong mga wala kanang sakto na mga attendees ba, wala sila nanubra pero nagkulang ang food kana. Shoulder gihapon na sa event manager. Syempre. Kay budget niya kulang ang food niya, daghan kay day siya participants, bisan pang wala gud nanubra kang tama ra na participant pero ang pag-budget niya sa food kay nagkulang na mga unexpected na scenarios. So many times event managers spend their budget hastily and not intentionally and due to lack forecast. So wala niya na forecast daan nagtarong, and before they know it, the budget is on the verge of drying out. So, pit na mahurot ilang budget. So, ano lang nila pagbayad ng ilang caterer. So, they either have to compromise on the remaining expenditure. So, kailangan, kunyari, palit pa sila mga office supplies, magpa-print pa sila tarpaulin, hindi na sila mag-print. Kaya para lang na ipang tapal atong ilang nasobra na food sa caterer. So while situations like this aren't always avoidable, you can prepare for this allocating slightly more than the benchmark figure. That's why ang atong estimated budget must exceed the actual budget. But the actual budget must not exceed our estimated budget. Okay, I hope you understand that. So if you end up spending more money, you have the cushion to bear the impact. Then we also have no contingency planning na kani kay lisod. Murag saputon jud ang mga perfectionist ani na people. So many things can go wrong on the day sa imong event. Kasi some speakers may drop out kay naday sila unexpected na memo sa ilang office na need sila mo attend, and syempre dili jud na maprayo ang ilahang kuan pag speakership during sa event. And sometimes there are really bad weather na kailangan jud i-cancel ang event. So hurricane, storm, ana. Then transportation issues. Siguro kani kay minor lang ni. Kung naay transportation issues, maybe maka-attend gihapon pero late. And there are low or very high turnout. Wala kayo naka-income ang mga vendors sa event. Then vendors not supplying materials on time. So dugay kayo manghatag, dugay kayo mag-supply ang mga vendors. So kana siya kay kuan gihapon sa during sa imong timeline maguba na ang imong timeline, no? Dapat kay gihatod na nila daan ang mga materials kay sao na lang pag start sa pag-decorate nimo sa venue kunyari or sa catering naniudto na wa pa naabot ang kanang food. So, sapot na ang mga attendees. Then, schedule overruns, catering problems, bad PR, and anything else you can imagine. So, not planning for such occurrences runs the risk of sabotaging the event. Sabotage. So, in contingency planning, you must forecast such eventualities. So, kailangan negative mong mind para maka-put up ka contingency plan, no? Dili per me optimistic ka. So, rate their impact. I-rate nimo kung minor ba ni, major ba ni siya, issues, and make an alternate plan to tackle the situation. So, contingency planning is an iterative process and you get better at it as you gain more experience. So, kay na-experience naman nimo last time, kabalo naka-unsay mga possible na solutions out of it. Next, we also have disgruntled sponsors. So, kinsa man ni sila. So, there are sponsors that can be unhappy for many reasons because they were expecting more attendance, more reach via marketing campaign na gihimo sa event planner or manager or event marketer. More presentation time, gusto nila taas pa ang lang time but na short na, so wala nila na kuan jud na relay og maayo ilang message, and better networking opportunities and so on. So they have invested a huge chunk of their marketing budget but they're not happy with the results. So this is an example of expectation mismatch and may have happened due to vague commitments when onboarding sponsors. So make it a point to be as objective as possible in your sponsorship contracts. So for example, although you can't promise the number of leads from marketing promotion, you can mention the reach and benchmark statistics such as average sign-ups, kung pila ang nag-sign up to that event, to provide better clarity para sa atong mga sponsors. So beyond this, if a sponsor is unhappy, you can make up for it by offering additional benefits and post-event marketing material and communication. And lastly, we have lack of experiential elements. So an issue from the event experience perspective, not the logistical viewpoint, is that virtual and in many cases hybrid events lack the in-person event experience. Yes, that is so true, especially in the COVID time. So virtual event attendees can chat with fellow attendees during the snack break or walk up to the speaker to strike up a conversation. So while we have discussed the idea of virtual credit cards, you can also introduce other experiential elements to make the event more human. So for instance, you can host live performances, virtual photo booths, breakout sessions, and so on that promote human interaction. Kaya pala na-adyo mga breakout rooms during sa mga Zoom conferences to have a better experience, one-on-one experiences with the event's host or event's speakers or the event sponsors or the event stakeholders and so on. So an event management plan covers all the safety and organizational aspects of your event. So the bigger the event and or the riskier the activities. So the bigger the event, the more risky the activities are. So with that, you have to have a more detailed plan. So without a strong event management strategy, your event management plan won't have a direction. So a high quality event strategy delivers a return on investment every time. Not only for your events participants who invest their time and money to attend, but also your organization and employees. That is by accordance to Graham 2019. So this is the example of the event operations plan. So we have the event details, event name, date, time, venue, event type, key contacts, event manager, venue manager, catering manager, transportation coordinator, technology and AV support, securities team, first aid and medical support, event timeline. So it is really important to take note of this. That's why we have this event operations plan. Napa ni siya sumpay. We also have pre-event planning and preparation. So here we list the key activities and deadlines leading up to the event. Prior the event. So naatay mga planning, all the activities, all the deadlines, it must be listed here. So event day schedule, detailed schedule including the setup, the event segments, the breaks and tear down, and the logistics and infrastructure. So in the venue setup and layout, we have to provide the diagrams and descriptions of seating arrangements, stages, booth, and equipments placement. So, are you familiar with kanang magkuha kag ticket sa concert, di ba? Naaman dyan na yung mga seating arrangement. So, muna ang sample, ana. Then, equipment and technology, list of audio-visual equipment that you will need, the lighting and the technology requirements. The decor and signage show list all the description of decorative elements that you need, the banners, the signage, and the branding. And sa transportation and accommodation, within the transportation plan, you must list all the details on guest transportation, where they will park, where unsa na shuttle services ang mukuha sa ilaha. Then the accommodations here is list all the information of the hotel bookings, the room blocks, and transportation to or from the hotels, especially the time, no? And the catering and food service. So we also have the catering menu, detailed menu with dietary options and special considerations. Oh yes, naadyo dapat ni. Kaya uban dili pwede og kuan seafood, dili pwede og pork, and so on. So, naapod dapat tay food service plan. So, schedule for food service including breaks and meals. Okay, we have also security and safety. For the security plan, we have to have the overview of security measures, access control, and emergency procedures. Then first aid and medical support. So we have to provide an information on medical personnel that we have, their first aid stations, and the emergency response. And the staffing and roles. So here we have the to list all the event staff and their roles and responsibilities. And the event managers, we have to list all the roles and contact information of the event managers and the coordinators. Then the vendor and exhibitor management. So, mga vendor information, i-list na to na tanan, and their exhibitors, including their contact details. And the vendor setup, so we have to schedule and guidelines for vendor setup and breakdown. So, asa ilang mga stalls. And sometimes, bayaran man na nila mga stalls. Kanay, include po na to na. Registration and ticketing, so the registration process, diba, in front man na siya sa main gate. Na siya sa lobby banda. So, description of attendee registration process and check-in procedures and ticketing system, details on the ticketing platform used, katong sa application siguro na or website, access control, and ticket validation. So, we also have communication and technology, communication plan, how event staff and teams will communicate during the event. So, the event technology, overview of the event applications, digital engagement tools, and communication channels, the contingency and risk management. So, we must identify all the potential risks and challenges that may occur during the conduct of our event. Then, we also have the contingency plan. So, we must list all the strategies for mitigating risk and responding to emergencies. And after the event, we have the post-event evaluation. So, debriefing session. So, here, we plan for a post-event debriefing with the event team. So, after the event, so if it's 5 days na event, so after dapat na event, dapat na yung mga debriefing or small na gathering or meeting lang to review all of the nahitabo during that day 1 sa event. Next na po sa day 2, mag-debriefing na po sila. Then day 3, day 4, and day 5. And kung sa 1 day lang, syempre, kasalang mag-debriefing. So, the attendee feedback also, during sa debriefing session, basahon ninyo ang inyong mga attendee feedback on that day. Okay, para the next day, you are ready na po to conduct and to kanang dili lang i-visualize ang mga feedback nila kundi kung ano dyan ninyo make into account. And next we have budget and financial tracking. The event budget detailed breakdown of the event budget including the income and expenses and the financial tracking. So the finances will be managed and tracked during the event. Maybe for the use of Excel or mga applications. Okay, we also have the appendices where maps and diagrams are, and we must include the venue layout, the seating charts, and the floor plans, the contact list, the emergency contacts. Siguro ka na mga PNP, mga nearby na mga ambulances or hospitals, kana, the vendors and the suppliers. Then, the event forms, the registration forms, waivers and checklists, contracts and agreements, the copies of the contracts with the vendors, venues, and service providers. So, photocopy lang siguro na siya. Itong na siya sa ato event operations plan. Okay, this is the Sample Event Operations Manual by Dover District Council, version 7, February 15, 2021. We have event organizer details, the event organizer name, organization, contact phone number, email address, name of event, location of event, date of event, contact telephone number on the day of the event if different to the above. Then we have the event overview, so please provide a description of your event. And saman ang imuhang i-describe sa imong event. Saman ang imuhang mga possible na i-conduct or gusto maging outcome and so on. Then please provide the following information about your event, the starting time and the end time. The event itinerary, so please provide timings of your event including setup and breakdown timings, so date and time and the actions. Then program of events, please provide your program of activities and the timings for the day including any performances, the start and the finish times of any musical performances. So tanan program is naka-time jud sila. Then ibutang na to ang mga activity in that a specific time. Then we have the event 1.4 event management. So we have here the roles and responsibilities on event day. So please provide a brief description of the roles and event staff and their main responsibilities. Ang giingon na nako kaganyan no. So mo ni ang kuan iyang actual na format. So there may be other roles that are not listed here that are applicable to your event. So please note that the role of stewards is covered in section 2.13. So there is no need to complete the role of stewards in the section. So we have roles here and their responsibilities. So for example of the role are the event organizer, event manager, site manager, health and safety officer, arena or stage manager, steward coordinator, press and PR coordinator, and others. And we have 1.5, the crowd management. So please provide details on how you will manage the crowd at your event. So please note that the role of stewards is covered in section 2.13, so there is no need to complete the role of stewards in this section. So is your event ticketed? If yes, what arrangements are in place for this? So how will you manage capacity at your event? And how will you manage the access and egress of the crowd if daghan kayo sa tanan? So you have also the crowd management. So diba naman yung mga barriers sa mga events. Okay, para dili na mudasok to mga walay appeal sa event. Then we have 1.6, the advertising. So please provide details of how you will advertise your event. So how and where do you plan to advertise your event? So will the media be in attendance, and if so, how will you handle them? And may we use the details supplied here for publicity purposes or to give to interested parties, yes or no? And if yes, which name and contact details can be released? So would you like Dover District, example lang niya, to use their social media to help you promote your event, yes or no? Okay. These are the site management, the contractor management, list the companies of your contractor and what are they providing or doing to you. So the traders, so please provide details of any traders or commercial traders and charity stalls that will be at your event, and please sure that you check any safety documentation of the traders. So name of the organization and the concession type. Then we also have the sale of alcohol. So if you're selling the alcohol at your event, please contact the licensing department as you will require a temporary event notice. So please explain below how you will manage the sale of your alcohol. Then we have catering requirements, the food, drink, and water. So for each catering supplier or food stall that you have attending your event, please provide the following information: the name of business, the address of business, the contact telephone number, the name of local authority that they are registered with, national food hygiene rating, and if available. And 2.3, we have fencing and or barriers. So please tell us if you plan to use any fencing and barrier or at your event, including the type and their location. So please ensure that you check any safety documentation of contractors that you hire. So in 2.4, we have electricity, water, gas supply, and generator. So please tell us if you plan to use electricity, water, gas supply, or other flammable liquids at your events. If so, please tell us where this will be sourced at the processes in place to manage this. Okay. So I hope you're not confused. No, this is just an example of the event operations plan na format. So there are temporary structures, the fire safety, the temporary events notice, especially in using or selling any alcohol. Then we have musical entertainment for the live music with amplification and how you will manage the noise disturbance and potential complaints sa other surrounding na mga businesses areas. Then the attractions, name, address, and telephone number of organization, and the attraction and ADIPS number if applicable. So here we have to provide the inflatables, funfair for children rides, fireworks. Naapo din mga inanay na no kanang ito mga makita na mga fireworks during sa, for example, sa lighting of Christmas tree, himo day gihapon sila ginani. Then sa mga fiesta kung naay mga rides, kanang mga rides good na Ferris wheel, mga and so on. So need gihapon day nila ni. And for these attractions, make sure that you see a copy of the provider's public liability insurance, risk assessment, and method statement. Then we also have in 2.10 the medical and first aid cover. So we have to provide here the details of the medical provider and resources that we have to arrange to be at the event, including their location, the first aiders, the doctors, and the ambulances. And we also have the public health and welfare, the toilet facilities, the waste disposal, the noise management, and then we have accessibility. So if accessible ba ang toilets, accessible ba ang parking, and the ramped access, and so on. Then we have in 2.13 we have steward and marshal management. So what are the roles and responsibilities for your stewards? Where will they be positioned and why? And who are your stewards? How will they be identified? We do not require names, just where you have recruited them from. So dapat na sila yung mga name tag. And for using the security industry authority, kinsa to ang mga qualified security staff, and how will your stewards be trained? So when will your stewards be briefed, and how will the event team and the stewards, including the traffic stewards, kanang magkuan gani sa traffic, mga TMO, can communicate with each other on the day of the event. Syempre magkuan og walkie-talkie sa pamilya gamito. Okay, in the number 3 category, we have also the incident management. So first and foremost is the welfare of the children. Then second is the incident reporting and investigation. Third is the communication with the public. Then emergency plans. We have here taas kayo para sa emergency. And we also have the traffic management. And the road closures. So naay mga event na need og road closures. So kailangan ta maki-coordinate sa atong police para ana. So keep in mind that the event logistics and the operations are really an essential components for the success of your event plan because they encompasses the practical aspects of the event execution during the day, and they help ensure that the event will run smoothly, efficiently, and safely, ultimately leading to a positive experience for the attendees and achieving the event's goals and objectives. So, like any other plans, we must always ensure the safety of our attendees and participants because it will also reflect sa ato ang organization or sa ato ang business. 'Di ba? If something goes wrong with the event. So, ang sisihon, number one, is katong nag-coordinate, ay katong nag-organize sa event. Okay, that will be the end of our this lesson, and I hope you have a wonderful insight about this.